Welcome to this presentation of a wonderful project in Kenya. I am Barbara Bronsberg and I live in Sweden. I should have retired a long time ago, but as a sociologist, I can keep on working with clients as much as I want. My main focus is clients with phobia of public speaking and this beautiful project in Kenya. I started it together with a teacher in Kenya called Osok in 2019. And we have expanded and expanded. Today we have 2 CBOs in 2 cities in the western part of Kenya. And we also, or I have, an NGO in Sweden. I have never visited Kenya, so we have done all this work through writing on Messenger, Facebook, and having online video meetings. We are so proud in the team. We are celebrating in August 2024 our 5th anniversary. Everyone is working from the heart. No one is getting paid. That means that all the money that I can fundraise, because that's mostly one of my jobs, goes directly to the projects. And considering the extremely low budget we have had all these years, we have done a tremendous work. The basic method for change in this project is called tapping, and I will explain that a bit more. So now we look back once more on the photo with the anniversary. Here you can see down to the right, the children in pink. That is showing our tapping projects with 4,000 children in 25 schools. And above that, the children in blue, that is part of our food project. 60 children get fed every day. And then we can take a look at the cows that symbolizes the organic farming that we also have started. And then to the left, the strong, brave sisters. That is our project, mentoring program for school girls, so they can go to school during menstruation. And at the top to the left, you can see our women project with empowerment, and I will explain a bit more later on. Okay, so the next photo, you see 3 people, and that is sort of the head team in Kenya. At the top, you see Osok, the teacher that I started this project with, and he is our team leader in Kenya and chairman of the CBOs. And down to the left, we have Florence. She is in charge of the mentoring program for the girls, going from girl into womanhood, and the menstruation project that I will talk more about. And to the right, you have Potash, a very dedicated tapper and responsible for the food project and the organic farm. I will talk more about that later. Then we would not have reached all these results if it were just us 4. The team is much bigger. We have 25 tapping instructors in 25 schools. And on the photo, you can see one location when they had a certification, sort of graduating moment, where you can see they probably hold their certificates and get their white T-shirts with a logo for this project. Okay, now we are wondering, if you don't know, what is tapping? Tapping is a way of self-healing, and you can use it on others, that you tap softly on certain parts of your body, thus activating the innate intelligence of the body and the healing system that we have. So when we tap, we activate getting into balance, getting rid of issues, feelings, even physical problems. So the body comes back to its center and how it is supposed to work. Tapping works with especially good with stress, trauma, anxiety, and many, many other things. It is evidenced, based on evidence and studies, and we have over the planet several 100,000 people using it. They use it as athletes and in the military during missions, and veterans that have PTSD. The next image is the photo of the 4,000, well, not the 4,000 children, some of the 4,000 children in the 25 schools, and you can see them tap on different parts of their bodies. They tap 3 times a day when they come to school, about lunch and before they go home, and about 3 to 4 minutes. And sometimes during the day, if they lose concentration, they do it once more. After the floodings in Kenya, April to May 2024, the schools opened, and then the tapping instructors immediately began trauma tapping to help the children release the stress and traumas that they have lived during the floodings. We have good measurable results with tapping in schools. 1, grades. The grades are getting better, and you can compare that with the national exams. And even so good that a local radio station came to one of our schools and asked what is happening. They could see that the grades were so much better. And the second part is the concentration in the classroom increases for the children, their self-esteem, they are happier, play more, which is good for the child. Everything is not school and studies. They need to play too. And the third measurable thing that we have noticed is in the competitions in public speaking in Kenya, that our schools with tapping children are represented above the sort of normal, and that is very satisfying. Next photo is showing the food project. During the lockdown of the pandemic, when schools were closed, and parents couldn't go to work, we discovered 60 children that lived in the slum and went to this school. They were totally without food. So I started a fundraising, asking friends for money, and we initiated this food program that is still going on. They get breakfast, lunch, and then dinner in the evening. But we are changing that. The mothers, mostly single mothers, have their children in the school, will take over step by step. We will teach them to take over the food project. And that leads us to the next photo, the organic farming. It was so expensive to buy all the food for the children. So Potash, you can see him on the photo, is passionate about farming, and he started cultivating, it was cassava, maize, beans, some green leaves, so that reduced the costs. And as you can see on the photo, the children are learning how to farm. And in our plan for the parents, the mothers, they hopefully will start a community of farming and help each other, having food at home and having food for the children at school. And now we come to something we are very proud of. The strong, brave sister, the Wadada Shupavu project. It was for several years a big concern for me and the team, the fact that girls stay home, don't go to school during menstruation. They can't afford the sanitary pads. So we did some research and found that reusable cloth pads could work. And they do. We have had them now for 1.5 years, and they are made in Kenya. So the girls don't only get cloth pads, they get mentoring from female teachers, female tapping instructors. They get to know about the psychological and biological changes when going from a girl to a woman. It's a great program. But one thing we are very proud of is the fact that they don't get pregnant. It's common in Kenya with teenage pregnancies. And we have prevented that with this program. So that is also very exciting. Okay, we teach tapping in all our projects, and we ask everyone share the tapping with others if you think it's a good method. The children started showing at home, mostly to the mothers, the tapping, and the mothers tried out the tapping and got calmer, relief of stress. So they asked instructors to come, and we formed several women's groups, and some are now 4 years. They have been tapping together for self-esteem, healing trauma, like having HIV, or the trauma of female circumcision, financial stress, and being a single mother. That's quite stressful too. So we work Our way of working is slowly, step by step, stand and evaluate, and then we make it better. So we don't start big projects from the beginning. We take it step by step. And we work from the needs of the people we meet, like the need for the children in the slum that were stressed. They also have HIV, and the environment in the slum is not so positive for children. So we started the tapping. And then came the food project, no food. We find a solution. And then the organic farm was a solution to the food project. And the girls not going to school, we found a solution. And even the women's programs. And we hope to start the sort of empowerment groups, helping them with microloans and other things so they can start their own businesses. Okay, the future. We have a lot of plans. We are very creative. We do what we say we do. Money is not everything. We start with the personal sort of growth, empowerment. Well, I've mentioned that several times. But money is also needed. So when we have the more money, we will do more projects from girls growing into women, and for boys, we want to start too. We want these circles of empowerment for women and starting businesses. We want to offer job opportunities for our students when they finish school, and like starting a textile industry with the clothes pads, and we have many other plans. So if you want to, here is the photo of the address to PayPal. Kindly donate. Every shilling, every krona, every dollar, everything goes sorry, directly to the projects. And the name you see, that is the name of our chairman and team leader. And he then sends the money into the bank account that we have. I hope you have been inspired and that you have taken these projects to your heart as well as I have. And I also wish you would be interested in tapping, because I'm sure you would benefit from it too.